Alexa, can you tell my iPhone to start recording?
Remotely? You could get a remote shutter.
I know, I probably have a couple. Okay, all right. Okay, I'm the JakeOfall. I'm back, and Mr. Wall is, I don't know.
You said I didn't have to do it.
She wouldn't get off the couch, so I just.
Oh, fuck you. I got 3 minutes before my cookies are done.
Okay, her cookies are almost done. All right, you guys know what this is. This is the switch tank. This is the Milwaukee. What's this, 4 gallon? Have you guys seen the M18 switch tanks? You know they have the M12 ones now. Pretty cool. Smaller capacity, weighs less, still does the same thing, which is basically, it's a pressurized, they actually don't even pressurize it. Did you know that? They just pump it out and it's pressurized in the wand. There's no real pressure in the tank, or at least I haven't seen any.
That's what she said.
That's what she said. But these are like 4 gallon, there you go, reservoir tanks. And a lot of people complain that they leak. And I have 2 tanks and both of them leak. One leaks worse, one doesn't. Every once in a while it stops. But when you put chemicals in these things, seals go out. And did you know that you can get this? Replacement hoses. So that's why you can have different hoses. In different area codes. So what we're gonna do real quick is we're gonna put a new end on this, but this one's actually different than this one. If you look, this one is for spraying and this one is the water supply. And you might ask what that's for, you will see. But let's go ahead, let's take this thing apart. Okay, it's actually pretty easy. It's just a bunch of screws on the bottom. What did you say?
Said I should really use a bookmark. Remember where it was.
Get you a Milwaukee one.
You know, Milwaukee made a bookmark, I would use it because the best bookmark to use is the one you got, and I got one.
So there's not a ton of things on here that are
here we go.
Keeping you from doing this.
Just your mom?
Just your mom. I don't know if actually you've ever looked at this, but there's basically a pump, a wheel, okay? And it's got contacts on it, and that's for continuity so that the wand essentially can send a signal to the tank to go ahead and spray more. But once it's got pressure inside the pump, it doesn't need to do its little pumping. But, you know, we just need to pull these screws out. We need to get access to a couple little C-clips, and I'll show you all these clips. I'm just gonna get all these screws removed.
It's really hard to learn about the Byzantine Empire.
Really?
I'm so ready to be in a bigger house.
Am I making?
It's not even that you're noisy, it's that there's like one room. This whole house is one room, no matter what door you're behind.
Okay, can you guys see the meat and potatoes of that? That's a lot more complex than a good old-fashioned sprayer. But you look right here, there is just a good old-fashioned like E-clip style thing. And I'll pull it out and I'll show it to you because we're gonna put the new one on. Should have a pair of Milwaukee pliers to be doing this, honestly.
Those are mine, aren't they?
No, these ones are just what I use for 3D printing. Sometimes on these, you gotta grab these little tabs and push them.
Look like ones that have been floating around my place, and I'm not sure where they came from.
They have been. I've had them here since. But I'm gonna grab it, I'm gonna get into this clip, and I'm just gonna pry. And if you didn't know what I was talking about, that's what I'm talking about. Okay. So, once you get that guy, right, we pop that off. There's a wire.
Oh, these are fucking perfect.
And that wire is, like I said, that what goes through, that little contact there, that little brass part, the continuity tells it to go. Okay. So there's that one. And if you look really close, you can see where it gets fluid. This is where it holds it into place, all this good stuff. And where mine has been leaking is in multiple spots. Mine leaks in the wand. It just oozes. And then it leaks from here somewhere and then just sort of oozes out. You can see that this is serviceable as well. It's got a clip there. It's got a clip there. Okay, and there's the new one. Now, what I don't know, but I did have my bros over at ACME, they sent me this out, is this one doesn't have a wire, this one does. This is wire is what tells it to go. So I don't know if we remove the wire, if I'm gonna have to do something. I will figure it out in the JakeOfall. I gotta figure it out. But we now have this quick release hose end. And so what I'm gonna do is bring this back to this assembly. And if you look, there's a little base there. And there is the O-ring. Do you have Vaseline?
I have Aquaphor.
Could you give me a little? I'm gonna take and wipe
Do
this.
I have Vaseline?
Do we have Vaseline?
You want regular lube or Aquaphor?
Regular lube, or do you have any of that CBD lube? Just kidding. Let's just Aquaphor will work. So these seals are what I would look at as far as leaking wise. And
remember, if it doesn't have a base, we don't put it on our body.
If it doesn't have a base, okay. But seals like this are another reason why these things can leak. So pulling this thing apart and making sure that they're not broken. I haven't seen a complete breakdown on the parts diagram. I haven't seen a parts diagram. Let me rephrase that. But yeah, see that's nice and smooth now. All right, so we put that in, this base, that's what keeps this, you know, stress-free. Clip it on, okay? And then we're gonna take the E-clip and we're gonna make sure it's seated and we're gonna push it back through. And it looks like we're gonna definitely need a much bigger pair of pliers than this. So,
I haven't heard my profile.
this is the fun, right? This thing is gonna twist itself around. Okay, get the clip in until that tab goes. Okay, and now what I'm gonna do is zip all these screws back in. I am going to, just in case, because I have a weird project that I'm working on. I know you guys are like, JakeOfall, weird project, what? I want to get this lined up, but I'm gonna leave the wire hang out because of the weird project. But I am gonna go ahead and get a couple of these screws started on the bottom. And for you, it'll just be fast forwarded. Okay, that's it. It's on. And like I told you, changing the hose out's an experiment. One way or another, I either need to bridge these wires or they need to stay open. I don't know if Milwaukee does continuity to turn on or lack of continuity, right? Normally open, normally closed. But now I have a new hose. So let's say, for example, I was putting the exact same one on. It would be the exact same step. The only thing you didn't see was clipping the wire. But at this point now, all of these fittings, right? This could be where the leaks from, comes from different places, but you can order all these. So I'll have a link in the description to Acme's site where you can buy these hoses, buy this tank, or buy anything else you want. Just kidding, that was a bad joke. You guys might not get it, but you know, hey, another opportunity to get your comments below for the question and answer video that we haven't done yet, because there's only been like 1 or 2 questions. They're really weird. We love you guys coming on and commenting plenty of things about tools. On Only Tools. Oh, there you are.
Oh, there I am.
I was wondering what you were doing. So
I don't know. I just work here sometimes. I got 5 minutes on my cookies, and then we can finish them. Which one do we do?
all right, we're gonna run to a beach, and you guys will see that in a completely different video and really wonder.
Hey, wait, does PACKOUT have a blender?
I could make one.
Could we get like a blender, cooler, radio, hybrid? I would
like
trust a frozen margarita that I made.
Okay, so I have the PACKOUT power adapter. Or the non-PACKOUT power adapter, the M18 power source. We could take a blender with us and plug it in at the beach. Yes, I can do that.
Make a whole cooler of
I could
naked. Get a case of peach bush lattes with some lemonade.
Yeah, whatever you want.
Cleared.
Yeah. All right, I gotta go because I have a beach to go see, and you guys have a good one. I'll see you later.